Okay, we are live. We are live. We are live to cover Friday Night SmackDown and Impact Wrestling. So if you either much want to post your comment, would it say live? You comment show up on a live screen. This is a expin. Click on a comment to show it on the screen. So I mean, to me, that and we is not here to cover no Monday Night Raw because to me though, I have not either much been covering Monday Night Raw for the past 7 months because when they was in WWE Thunderdome, the booking got lazy. WWE writers and the creators didn't either much know what they was doing. So let's talk about. About WWE draft for Raw and Smack. SmackDown. And so first, I'm gonna start off because I'm telling you, we building this content. We are gonna build this contact up. Contact up because I had when I went on live on Monday Night Raw with Queen Layla. I either much had told her because they was talking about nine Jack. You see, look, Shayna Baszler has been going on. They bringing that badass Shayna Baszler back from NXT. What they had it should have been built up in the first place because this girl here, man, going. She done took out Nia Jack last week and stumped at her arm. She done took out Eve Marie and stumped at home, and she done took out two people off the show. Cause I said, dude, Eve Marino, look, she can't even much fucking wrestle. She can't even much sell moves in the ring. Because Eve Marie is one of those people that who don't have the skill sets. She don't have the experience to either much be in the ring, and she is not a full-time in ring worker. And so you sitting there, we sitting here looking like, why do people have E Marie is on the show? Because and one thing I told Queen, I had told Queen Lay, I had told her that about Owen Hart that he's getting inducted by AEW. He is getting inducted. So you know what cause you know his wife don't either much want to induct him into the 2000, don't want to induct him into the Hall of Fame because his wife Marty, she don't either much want him off in there because she know that WWE is responsible for her husband death. And then when he was a screw driver and they put him in that ridiculous outfit, that costume outfit, and then when he was coming down from the sky on the train, and then he really fell off, and he had busted a brain concussion, suffered a concussion, and then look, Marty, she don't want Owen Hart in the Hall of Fame. She don't want him now. She don't want him there. And you know that because we sitting up here looking like, why the hell did WWE is that Marty don't want Owen Hart in the Hall of Fame because Marty don't want Owen Hart there. She don't want him there. So don't want Marty in the Hall of Fame. So when we sitting here like she want AEW talking about AEW is there gonna be talking about lawsuits? Are they gonna be in the lawsuits? I mean suing WWE because Owen Hart don't go there. Dude. And because and we know that. And so and so let me start something about because either much start something, either much talk about either much talk about Smack. Oh yeah, AEW Rampage. We are going to get into that in a minute. Cause give me more time. Cause WWE SmackDown or I mean overnight ratings for Draft Night one drew over 2 million viewers. And so announced that spoilers to the Fox Draft Night one episode over WWE SmackDown on Fox drew over average of 2.12 million viewers in the only night ratings in the key was 18 have demographic last night. SmackDown draft a 0.55 ratings, which was the number one for the night on the network television. The final rating is scheduled to be out early next week. So look, Fox always have been the number one show that I have been either much look at. Because even much without Roman Reigns, that show was so because Fox they love Roman Reigns over there. And they really do because we either much get wait a minute. Oh, okay. We Smack WWE Friday Night SmackDown is October the first, Royal Farm in Baltimore, Maryland. We already know the commentators Mike Cole and Pat McAfee. So we had Roman Reigns. SmackDown pick Roman Reigns. Look, we all know Roman Reigns wasn't going to get drafted. Right? If he would have got drafted Monday Night Raw, man, SmackDown would have been a disaster. Look, Roman Reigns has been a dominant Universal SmackDown Women's SmackDown Championship over the past 7 months. He beat Kevin Owens. He has beat Kevin Owens. At the Royal Rumble and beating him at TLC tables and ladders and chairs and beating him at the Royal Rumble. Beat it, Daniel Bryan at the Elimination Chamber in Fastlane. Beat it, Daniel Bryan and Edge at WrestleMania in a triple threat match and retained his title. Beat it Cesaro at Backlash and beat it Rey Mysterio at WWE Hell in a Cell. Look, he wasn't a WWE Hell in a Cell. He beat it him. I mean, in a non pay per view at Hell in a Cell and beat it John Cena at SummerSlam and beat it Edge at WWE Money in the Bank and beat it Finn Balor at at WWE Extreme Rules. He has beaten him because look, Roman Reigns though he is going to carry that SmackDown division going in 2022 next year. Because Roman Reigns, though, is ahead of the table. And Big E get drafted the Monday Night Raw. Look, Big E needs some he's staying on Monday Night Raw. He is going to carry that show over there on Monday Night Raw because Seth Rollins need to be on Monday Night Raw. You have Keith Lee on Monday Night Raw. And you have Bobby the Hurt Business is staying on Monday Night Raw because they already just reinformed last week on Monday Night Raw. So you either much have Charlotte Flair. SmackDown picked it Charlotte Flair. Oh yeah, she's gonna be over there on SmackDown because I don't know if the SmackDown they need to swap titles because Becky Lynch needs to swap the title against Charlotte is the SmackDown Women Champion, and Becky Lynch is the SmackDown Women Championship, and Monday Night Raw is I can't even think in my head right now. Oh, Charlotte is the SmackDown Raw Women's Championship. So she is going to be carrying that division over there on SmackDown. And Monday Night Raw picked it Bianca Bella. Look, with Bianca Bella, look, you know already that WWE done fucked over her booking at SummerSlam, and she got beat in 27 seconds. She had got beat it, and why would after all this time though, Bianca Belair been build up all that building they did with Bianca Belair for the past 7 months. You done had her beating Selena Vega. You done had her beat Carmella 3 times. You done had her beat Selena Vega 3 times. You done had her beat it Bailey twice. You done had her beat it Sasha Banks in main event at WrestleMania. And you done had her and won the Royal Rumble and main event at WrestleMania when she beat Sasha Banks and became the SmackDown Women's Championship and beat Bailey at WWE Backlash and beat her at WWE Hell in a Cell. And if Bailey was healthy, she probably would have beat her ass again in no disqualification match and retained her title. That's how Bailey would have put Bianca Belair over strong again, and she would have moved on to somebody else, and you would have had her move the Monday Night Raw because that WWE Women's Division need help over there bad, and it's just gonna be tumbling down. and then either much and we have sits up here and that out comes Roman Reigns to the ring with Paul Heyman. The show chips out Roman Reigns against Finn Balor from Extreme Rules. Roman Reigns say he has number one and he tells Baltimore to act normally. Him the fan cheer as Paul say that was not Lord each of the tribal chief. He say it doesn't surprise him. The people from Baltimore, Maryland, Baltimore, would do they he say before Extreme Rules. You had to say they undrafted Demon, but now you can't say that anymore because the Demon went one on one again against Intoxication name EXORCISC X-ray named Roman Reigns. Heyman say, but likely a sunk that circles around the Irish Reeves in this Relevancy Everson. This sunk only swinging looking forward in what this struck like Fowler's to Crown Juice. Heyman say it will be not be held in Suplex City because the Beast will come up against the Suplex races. Roman Reigns and Heyman say Roman will remain the Universal Champion and he will smash at Crown Jewels Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar music hits and he comes down to the ring. Both men are in the ring in right hand by Roman. But Lesnar with a German suplex. He grabbed it Roman and other suplex incoming. The Usos are Lesnar knocking them down. Roman sides to the outside. Brock hit the Usos with the F5 of each. A fan started the show that Brock Lesnar with Big Ovin in the crown is going. Look, Brock Lesnar is a WWE free agent. He not signed in the company with WWE. Les Vince McMahon probably was the one trunk some money at Brock Lesnar that he had to catch a private jet to come to Baltimore, Maryland, because Vince McMahon had chunks of money at Brock Lesnar. That's the reason why they got him on Friday Night SmackDown. Look, we don't know if Brock Lesnar gonna be moved over to Monday Night Raw if they draft him. He's a free agent. He got the right to sign wherever he wants. Whether he signed with UFC, whether he signed with AEW, if Tony Khan chunks money at him or offer him a contract with that company, he would be tremendous over there with that company. And so we get Kayla Braxton with Charlotte as Charlotte tells Kayla that she should congratulate her for being the first woman drafted. She said, "Long live the queen," and walked it away. Either much with Charlotte though. And I know you see when I get on here, I know you hated to see me talk about Charlotte because fans would never give her props. This woman is a 5-time SmackDown Women's Championship and a 7-time Women's Championship because she is gonna be the one probably will break her father streak, Ric Flair. I mean the 17-time women champion. Because if WWE don't. And then what gets me about the draft, WWE can do some dumb shit. Because you look, with Roman Reigns, I already know he was not getting moved over from SmackDown and going to Monday Night Raw. and Fox would be pissed off if he really got moved from SmackDown and moved to Raw. And so anyway, that WWE just breaks a tag team up, and then it's like you pissed me off about the new with Big E over there on Monday Night Raw by himself. Y'all leave him with nothing. And then the New Day is back over there on SmackDown. And I mean, like, bro, who is they gonna feud with? The Street Profits haven't been drafted. Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks haven't been drafted. Uh, the Usos haven't been drafted. Because WWE constantly, time and time again, y'all do this unthinkable bullshit. And then I don't know who is writing those shows, who they got on Friday Night SmackDown, either the writers, if they are, they need to be fired and get rid of them and hire somebody else who know what they doing. Because WWE shouldn't be splitting nobody up. Not even much the Street Profits, not even much the New Day, not even much Mason, T-Bar, whatever kind of dumb name they put. They shouldn't be splitting nobody up in this draft. So we get Kevin Owens versus Happy Corbin with Mad Couple and Moss. So the bell rang and we are underway. Owens with a right hand onto Corbin. Owens stumped it on him in the corner and Corbin back up and Owens clotheslined him into the outside. Owens chased Corbin into the outside. Corbin gets in the ring and Owens on the ring apron and tripping up by Mancap Moss. And we go to the commercial break. Back from commercial, Owens with a tornado DDT off the second rope. He goes for the cover, but Corbin kicks out. Owens goes for the stunner, but Corbin runs on him up as Owens kicks out. Owens runs to the ropes, but Corbin with the deep six, he goes for the cover, but Owens kicks out. Both mans back up Owens with a super kick. Owens with a cannonball, he goes for the cover, but Corbin kicks out. Owens claimed the top rope, but Corbin rolls to the outside of the ring. Owens to the outside, and Mancap disrupted Owens, and Corbin hits him with a ends of days. He throws Owens back in the ring. Corbin hits him with the ends of days. He goes for the cover and gets the pin. You know what? I don't give a fuck about this match. Because Kevin Owens though, y'all better enjoy him while he can. When his contract goes up in January the 31st, he is gonna be packing his bags. He is gonna be on his way out of the door. He is gonna be over there with the Young Bucks. He is going to be over there with Daniel Bryan. He is going to be with the Young Bucks, Daniel Bryan, Kenny Omega. The Young Bucks, Daniel Bryan, Kenny Omega, Luke Gallows. He is going to be over there with Carl Anderson. He is going to be over there with with Jungle Boy, Orange Cassidy, Chris Jericho. He is going to be working with a whole lot of talent in AEW. He is going to get put over well with Tony Khan, and he will be treated so fairly over there because with WWE they just fucking Owens up. But if they draft him the Monday Night Raw, Let's see how, and they probably ain't gonna be doing too much with him either, getting a shot at the WWE Championship. I mean, with Baron Corbin and Moose and Moss, I don't give a fuck about those two. They don't do nothing for me. They don't do nothing for the tag team division. They don't connect with the WWE universe. They don't connect with the crowd. I don't give a fuck about those two. And Corbin with a win, and they done well with his character. This is the best Corbin we have. CA on has to be sent to Raw. I mean, it better happen. It better. Kevin Owens better go to Monday Night Raw and get his ass over there to Monday Night Raw. He better be drafted to Monday Night Raw. The King of the Ring start next week on SmackDown, as does Queen Crown. I mean, I don't know who's going to be the Queen of the Ring. I mean, the Queen of the Ring tournament over there, because, and to me, that, you know what, I'm gonna talk about that coming up on Monday Night Raw. I am gonna cover it every Monday night on Raw. I am gonna cover King of the Ring on Monday Night Raw. I am going to be covering that because now we don't know where Becky is gonna end up. We don't know if Seth Rollins gonna be ended up. We don't know where's um Sasha Banks is gonna be ended up. We don't know. So we will find out that on Monday. We're gonna be fine. We will be finding out where they gonna get drafted at. And Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville are on stage for the draft. Drew McIntyre, look, Drew McIntyre, he had to go to SmackDown because it ain't nothing else for him to do. Because when we was in a pandemic and when he won the Royal Rumble, in front of fans in 2020. He was the one super kicked it. Brock Claymore kicked Brock Lesnar out of the ring and then eliminated him from the match. Then he had beat Roman Reigns and chunked him over the Royal Rumble. And Drew McIntyre though beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 36 in front of a no crowd. Dude, you had him beat it. Randy Orton. I mean, at WWE Payback Rules and SummerSlam at WWE Clash of Champion in an Ambulance match, and then you have Randy Orton ended up. Look, they towed down Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre. They towed it up at WWE Hell in the Cell back in 2020. Randy Orton took the WWE Championship off of Alpha Randy Orton took the WWE Championship off of Drew McIntyre, and then you had him get another match because Drew McIntyre they moved Randy Orton from facing Roman Reigns at WWE Survivor Series because WWE already know Roman Reigns is Randy Orton ain't gonna let Roman Reigns have his way with him how you either much want to, how he want him to. So Randy Orton he has the killer instinct, he has the attitude, he has that amateur wrestling, that amateur background, he has a lot of experience, and he is a 14-time WWE champion and a tag team championship, and he won the Royal Rumble back in 2017. and he has won the Royal Rumble back in 2014. So and either much so with Randy Orton. I don't. He probably is gonna be out for 7 months. I mean, I don't know when because he wasn't on Raw last week. And Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville are on stage for the draft. But let me tell you, let me get to Drew McIntyre. Everybody keep thinking that Drew McIntyre could be the one that beats Roman Reigns at WrestleMania next year for order to him to win. Look, it ain't nothing else for him to do because he probably is gonna because he came out on Monday Night Raw pointing his sword at Big E and told him, "I want you 1-on-1." For that WWE Championship coming up at Crown Jewels, I'm gonna be the one that take the bet off of you. But it ain't happening. Big E is gonna have to beat Drew McIntyre for that and retain his WWE championship. For that WWE championship. And then end up retaining it. Then Drew McIntyre, he remains over there on SmackDown where he needs to be. Because it ain't nothing else for him to do because he done got screwed a couple times by MVP and helping Bobby Ashley regain his championship. He did it at WrestleMania. He did it at WWE Payback. He did it at WWE Hell in a Cell. Now he can't challenge Bobby Ashley for that WWE championship no more. And that's over and done with. So Drew McIntyre is gonna be the one that is gonna be, gonna be the one that leaves the Friday Night SmackDown. He is gonna be build. He's gonna have to need some fresh heels to work with over there on SmackDown. Arcade Bros. Um, Yeah, they remain on. He's Matt Riddle is going to remain on SmackDown. So when Matt Riddle drop the WWE, when WWE gets ready to break Matt Riddle and Randy Orton up, and then have them, Matt Riddle could be the WWE Championship. And then look, he's gonna be built up into a breakout star. Don't get me wrong though. But he's gonna be built up into a breakout star in a WWE. He's gonna be the championship in the near future. Don't look, Matt Riddle. He is creeping up on me. He is creeping up on me because when Matt Riddle wins, become WWE championship, you gonna really say, "Oh, Steve, he really told me that." We get SmackDown drafted Kobe Kingston and Xavier Woods. Why is WWE breaking them up? Why is they doing this? Why is WWE breaking the New Day up? Then you draft them over there to SmackDown, and then you leave them Big E over there on Monday Night Raw with nothing. WWE should not be breaking nobody up in these draft, okay? Because look, I wouldn't be surprised that if I'm getting this into just a second. Edge get drafted. Look, I don't mind Edge. I'm okay with Edge going over to Monday Night Raw. They need a lot of help on that show with that brand because they suck. Is Monday Night Raw so because everybody talking about it because you got NFL coming on every week, every Monday night. So Caleb Braxton is with Drew McIntyre. He say he did a lot on Raw, but he is now on SmackDown, and he is here to flip the tables on SmackDown as he pointed his sword to the camera and say he is after the Universal Champion. I mean, dude, if WWE don't get the right Dwayne Johnson at WrestleMania 38, and if he is not available, that means that who is going to take the title? Because Roman Reigns is not dropping that title to Brock Lesnar. He's not dropping it to Seth Rollins. He's not dropping that title to and to whoever you put on there over there, he ain't dropping it to Jeff Hardy. Now he drafted over there on SmackDown. He is not dropping that title. He is not dropping that title to Jeff Hardy. He is not dropping that title to nobody. Who you the Kofi Kingston? He is not dropping that title. I mean, he ain't dropping it to none of them because whoever the winner for the Royal look, Drew McIntyre have to win the Royal Rumble again, or for him to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. And if The Rock is not available, because The Rock is only going to come back for one more match in Dallas, Texas next year. And after that, that's it. He's done for. Hello, let me blow my nose. I'll be back. Hmm. And we see Edge is making his way down to the ring, and he say entering either today, he was thinking, and he is the only talent here that was on the first episode of SmackDown, and because of the SmackDown has always feel like his home, but he has been drafted to Raw. He say he is excited about his now new opportunity and challenge. He say that begins him to say bring him to self. And he say that self had hit this his stump on him 3 weeks ago, and every week since he has challenged him to other matches. Edge say Seth Rollins, he is not cleared yet. He also knows that if he accept that challenge, Seth walked into the match with a average, but he knows what kind of a man he is, and he has to accept the challenge. Ed say he is on his way to begin clearing and clear, and Seth want him to aim it that he is better than him, in each and every week Edge calls Seth out to the ring. Seth is showing on the biggest screen, launching. He tells Edge that he is impressive. Seth say Edge isn't saying that thing that he need him to say. He nothing announced his retirement. He is not telling the world that he is not Edge like, and he is not answering the challenge. Self say he to end not to believe single word that Edge ever say. He calls Edge in L-I-A or Lair. He say he is not a SmackDown. He is at Edge house. We see Seth standing in front of Edge's house, and Edge runs to the back, Seth knocking on the door, and the door is unlocking. Seth walking, Seth asking for Beth, and Seth say, Uncle, Seth is here. He tells Edge he knows he living in the middle of nowhere, but to lock his door. Seth opened the refrigerator and grabbed some snacks. Seth sit at the table and put his feet on it. And Seth say the place was hard to find. He locks in see drawer made by his kids. Seth say he knows they are young, but that is rude. Seth walks away. The house is see a picture of Edge and Beth and their kids. Say Seth has a daughter in groceries, and it good they look like. Bell Self sit down on a chair and turns on the fireplace. We cut to Ed talking about on the phone, and he tells Bell to go for her brother place because Seth is at their house. Was a great segment involving Edge and having Self walk around Edge house. Y'all, we got some stipulation matches at Crown Jewel. Look, Edge is going to end up murdering the shit out of Seth Rollins. You don't walk into my house and disrespect me. You don't disrespect my wife. You don't disrespect my kids. You don't go in my refrigerator and eat my snacks. You don't cut on my fireplace. What happened if Edge would have walked in your house and started your baby and your wife? How would have been truly upset that you want to kill him? And you disrespected him, this man house. And Seth Rollins ain't had no business walking into that man house while his kids wasn't at home, because you had Queen Lay was sitting there, and her and Queen Lay and Cameron was on a live screen, and PJ was on a live screen that they had saw that Seth Rollins broke into those people's house. I'm looking at him like, what the hell is he doing? What is the hell is he is doing? Because you are messing with people's property. And Seth Rollins is going to get drafted to Monday Night Raw. And so is Becky Lynch. Look, Edge is already over there. Becky Lynch have to go with him. I mean, that's how I'm gonna put it. So I mean, Becky Lynch is gonna have to go with him. Is gonna have to go. She is gonna have to go with him, because if they don't, what is left? Because WWE don't have no smack over there on SmackDown, no top threats, and then no top threats on that main over there on SmackDown on that show that who can allow. I mean, matter of fact, Becky Lynch probably gonna carry their title into WrestleMania 22 when she drop it. And Sasha Banks is gonna be the one to beat her for it. And whoever is the winner in the Royal Rumble. And Carmella and Liv Morgan are in the ring. Liv attacked Carmella before they started off the match. As Carmella gets on the ring, she tells Liv that is the last time she will try to hurt her. Carmella gets a face mask on as she enters the ring. Carmella gets in the ring as the referee gets in the ring. Way and Carmella attack the Leah. She takes her mask off and celebrates. This match ain't never happened. It ain't never. The referee didn't ring the bell. Liv Morgan done whooped Carmelo ass over that WWE Extreme Rules and she won. And then WWE doing this match again, what we saw at WWE Extreme Rules. And then because WWE Stars is going to be moving to different brands, we probably going to see the same rematch week after week after week because your roster ain't big enough for Monday Night Raw roster ain't big enough with the tag team division and women division. And SmackDown roster on the Blue brand ain't big enough in the tag team division or the women's division over there. Because I don't care if Fox is the number one show. Because if they ratings are going down, because either without Roman, their show would be like Monday Night Raw. And we get Adam Pearce, Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss. Look, fuck those two. I'm not finna be talking about these people. I'm done with them. Now they drafted on SmackDown. Good for them, and don't care. Rhea Ripley and Nikki Ash get drafted to Monday Night Raw. And look, WWE is so stupid. I would have had Rhea Ripley. Though, look, Rhea Ripley is a killer. She's an ass kicking woman. She's a killer. And she is a ass kicking woman because Rhea Ripley is the one that should be getting pushed in these singles matches. You should have her going up against the Bianca Bela's, the Selena Vegas, the Naomi's. Who she having face, the Bianca Bela's, the Leah Morgans. Either we get a match sometime down the road between her and Charlotte. You should have her going up against either much. Against Tegan Knox and Shotzi Blackheart. You should have her getting called up. Should have her getting matches against these because you got her tied up in the tag team with Nikki Ash because when they do drop those tag team championships, I either must see Nikki Rhea Ripley uh turning on Nikki Cross and beating the shit out of her and weakening her, then and she turns heel, that will either much will help her character. Cause when she do, I will be liking the brand new gimmick that she got because that'll be a Ripper in NXT. That's what I want to see come to play. Hit Row. WWE SmackDown draft the Hit Row. Look, either much with Vince McMahon though, he is gonna be trying to fuck up the Hit Row booking. Cause like I told Queen, like, if they gonna draft the Hit Row up to the WWE main roster, they need to keep them into their storyline with these characters. Because I don't know how they are going to be booked on WWE Friday Night SmackDown in the tag team division. You got the Usos. You have the Usos, you got Mason T-Bar, look, WWE that strap because look, you either much have Isaiah Swerve won the North American Championship. He just a hard in ring worker with skills. Inside the ring and outside the ring. He can do everything in the ring for you that WWE creators give him. And then Vince McMahon, he already knows B Fab and Top Dollar and Ashley, B Fab and Top Dollar and Ashley, they are Triple H henchmen. He knows that. And then you have Vince McMahon want to call him up to the WWE main roster, and then that's the fuck over hit roll, and they book it. He won't be. Look, you won't be fair. How she gonna fit in with the Bianca Belair's, the Rhea Ripley's, the Becky Lynch, the Belly when she come back to whatever brand she when she healthy, when she come back, whatever brand that she go to, either Raw or she can show up on SmackDown, and she is unemployed. How she gonna fit in with Nia Jax? Cause you want this girl to get booked it. You want this girl to get booked in the ring so you can just fuck up her momentum in her booking on Friday night SmackDown. And then after that though, that Vince McMahon wanna fuck up her character. Look, she lost against against X I can't say that girl name because I watched that match on NXT. She lost in a no disqualification match against Extrabar. Against Extra XP. You know, I'm gonna come find out this girl name because I don't want to be sitting up here this because me, I don't want to be getting it wrong.
How much training do you need to grab whatever lead pipe is at hand or steel jet or whatever else is going to get involved in this match? Let's face it, somebody like the Beat Fab grew up on the streets of Cologne. Getting in scraps like this all the time. I think this is in her wheelhouse. Lopez fighting right back, and now both these women taking it to each other, and everything and anything is legal. But the Santos Escobar just egging them on, loving every second of this. Oh, wow! Hear the thud of Lopez, and right now, Beat Fab, you talk about the aggression, the hatred, the tension boiling between these. I'm taking a one or two of those myself in the past months. The stuff. Next on the face, both these women, this is what they wanted. This is what they wanted to do to one another. Here's the problem. The disrespect. Turn around a complexion of a matchup for Beat Fab. With that. Disrespected each other's cultures, and this is the inevitable result of that. Something you do not mess with. Something you do not mess with. Here, out of nowhere, Electra Lopez once again
Oh, Electra Lopez. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Electra Lopez. I said Electra Lopez, she really look good because she's down in NXT. They is gonna put a lot of hard work in her development with her and Santo Escobar and the Felix Tasma. Because I don't know, I don't think they getting called up to the main roster. I think they gonna stay down in NXT a little bit longer before they get called up to the WWE main roster. And Queen Light was either much saying that this girl B Fab can't wrestle. Queen, she not ready. She is not ready to wrestle because I already done told you she is not ready to wrestle. And then because either much on then I'm hearing names that about Raquel Gonzalez, she done accomplished everything down there in NXT. That look, I already know she beat it Ember Moon, she done had beat it Ember Moon, Shotzi Blackheart, Tegan Knox. Ember Moon, Shotzi Blackheart, she had beat it Tegan Knox, she had beat it Dakota Kai. She has beat Io Shirai, and she has beat Frankie Monet last week on NXT, and down there they don't have nothing else for her to do down there and she beat Xia Li. This girl done beat Ember Moon. This girl beat Ember Moon, Tegan Knox. She done beat Xia Li. She done beat Shotzi Blackheart. She done beat Rhea Ripley. She done beat Tegan Knox, Rhea Ripley, Shotzi Blackheart. She done beat Ember Moon. She done beat Dakota Kai. She done beat Mercedes Martinez. She has done beat Frankie Monet. She has been a dominant champion down there in NXT. But if she don't get called up to the main roster on Monday, I really think that she gonna stay down there in NXT because now you have Mandy after the beatdown from Mandy Rose and in the toxication that Mandy Rose probably gonna be the one that take the belt off of her. But if it's not Kayla Lee Ray that beat Raquel Gonzalez, have her drop the NXT championship and come up to the main roster, that means that it's probably gonna be Mandy Rose. The way how I'm just liking Mandy Rose's character is a heel with toxication. That means that you can have her and Frankie Monet team up together. But if Io Shirai don't drop the her and Io Shirai and Ray, Sarah Ray, and then she probably gonna be the one that turns on Mandy Rose because that WWE that offense where she had running in a tag team match against Toxication, Io Shirai either much almost cost her the tag team titles. I mean, look, you know Io Shirai though. She doesn't like nobody. She only care only for herself. She's a badass. She has experience in the ring. She's a good athlete, and then she's a hard in ring worker inside the ring and outside the ring. And Io Shirai has really came a long way in the WWE improving herself. And if they can get her up to the WWE main roster, they can have her end up coming up to the end up coming and have Oscar team with her because I would have her go over there in SmackDown and win the WWE Tag Team Women's Championships from Rhea Ripley and Nikki Ash. They will work perfectly better, just like they did with Kairi Sane and the Kabuki Warriors. Keith Lee Bearcat got drafted. Look, he's staying right there on Monday Night Raw. Where he at? He's staying because I don't see him getting drafted. He wasn't going over there to SmackDown, so I heard Keith Lee. He is Keith Lee. Look, WWE changed his name, called him Keith Bearcat Lee, and they changed his name, and they have him off of TV for the past several months. Now he's drafted on Monday Night Raw. Him and Big E would be perfect together. With him working as a heel, I'm really fine with that. That will help his character, destroying people and chunking them up in the midair and throwing them around the ring. He is going to be a fucking beast. Is a heel. on Monday Night Raw because with Vince McMahon though, he want to kill it in the camera. Look, Keith Lee done beat it. Dominique DeCai, he been in the ring with Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, Bobby Fish. He has been in the ring either much with Dakota DeCai, with Velveteen Dream, Lord Solomon. He has been in the ring with them. And either much with Keeper Lee, he is gonna be dominant. He been the NXT North American champion. He won it in front of the crowd. When they had Keith Lee drop the North American Championship, wait a minute, he had to vacate the North American Championship. Then he lost the NXT Championship to Karrion Kross. So they had him get called up to the main roster. So we had the New Day in the street. I mean, with Keith Lee, how is the heel that he is? How is the booking gonna be work in these angles? Whoever the challenger gonna be. So we get a match with the New Day and the Street Profits versus Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, the Alpha Academy, the Bear Ring, and we are underway. Kobe Kingston and Ziggler are in the ring and spinning elbow by Kobe taking Ziggler down. He goes for the cover, but Ziggler kicks out. Woods is tagging in as they double teamed Ziggler. He Ford is tagging in the double team Ziggler, but Ziggler attacked Ford reels. Gabriel is tagging in, but Ford with an armbar. Gable gets out of it and trip Ford up, and Gable goes for the cover, but Ford kicks out. Ford is back up as he sent Gable to the ropes, but Otis is tagging in Ford with a body drop on Gable and Ford kicking, knocking them out of the ring, and apron. Gable is throwing to the outside, Ford on the ring apron as they jump, but Otis catches him, slamming him into the ring apron. Otis throws Ford into the barricade. I mean, Gabe back from the commercial. Gabe with a cover. Ford kicks out. Gable trips Ford up. Ziggler is tripped, tagging in Ford with a kick to the side of the head. Dawkins is tagging in as is Rude, and Dawkins kick Rude down and coming Gable, but he is throwing around Dawkins with a spinning neck breaker. He goes for the cover, but Otis breaks it up. Woods gets in the run, but Otis knock him down. Dawkins throws Otis to the outside. Ford fires over the top rope onto Otis, and Ziggler hits Ford with the super kick. Kobe fires off the ring steps onto Ziggler. Rude hits Dawkins with the spine buster. He goes for the curve, but Dawkins kicks out. Rude goes for the DDT, but Dawkins gets out of it. Kingston is tagging in, the Woods is tagging in the double team. Robert Woods goes for the cover and gets the pin. I mean, yeah, but it was a good match. So the New Day and the Street Profits won. The fans love the New Day, then just add so much to the show. Glad they on SmackDown. I don't know if they're gonna be on SmackDown for long on Monday Night Raw. We don't know. And Sonya Deville are on stage. SmackDown picked Naomi, and then when Naomi looked up, when Sonya Deville looked up, And she gets so angry how she was standing there looking because Nate, and then that Adam Pearce standing there looking like he blind and he need his damn fucking glasses on his face. And I mean, much like Naomi is Sonya Deville is so much jealous of Naomi and don't either much want to give Naomi her match that she either much been asking for weeks after weeks. And then now Naomi is drafted a SmackDown. Look, I said I had told you a week back ago on this podcast, and I either much said that Naomi should attack Sonya Deville and beat the hell out of her, and have Sonya Deville written off her TV and she fired, and then either much you can have Paul Heyman goes to Adam Pearce and say, look, Roman Reigns, you ain't gonna see him on SmackDown no more until you rehire Naomi. And when Naomi come back, she gonna get out the field of globe. You ain't gonna see no tennis shoes light up on her in ring entrance no more. She is gonna come up with a gimmick that being a heel. Like that a way that she is gonna join the bloodline faction, and Paul Heyman is gonna teach her how to be her mentor, teach her how to cut a promo in the ring. That's what I want WWE. That's to pull the trigger on that. Yeah, because now Naomi on SmackDown, look, she is gonna be working the hell. She is gonna be getting on. Naomi is gonna be driving the hell out of Sonya Deville week after week. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a problem between Naomi and Sonya Deville because Sonya Deville is just so jealous of her, of Naomi. She is so jealous of Naomi. I mean, the pick, Rey Mysterio and Dynamite get drafted to Smack. Look, Rey Mysterio needs to turn heel, whether it's Dominic turn heel, because they probably won't be doing much either on SmackDown. On Monday Night Raw. They've been the SmackDown Tag Team Champion, and WWE, they ain't do much with them with that. With those titles. So she would be, look, now they on Monday Night Raw. It probably just gonna be the same way like it was on SmackDown. Jeff Hardy goes to Friday Night SmackDown. Look, SmackDown ain't gonna be doing much with Jeff Hardy over there. They are not going to be doing much with Jeff Hardy over there on SmackDown, just like they didn't do much with him on Monday Night Raw. I don't think WWE got plans in the future for him to get another title opportunity. And over there on SmackDown, so I don't care what they move him to. Austin Theory, I don't know what they're gonna do with Austin Theory. He Raw Raw picks Austin Theory to go to Raw. And so Kayla Braxton is backstage with Jeff Hardy. And come Brock Lesnar, as Jeff walks away, Lesnar asks Kayla if they are live in his biography for interfering. He say he has a specific announcement he would like to share. He say he would like to thank his good friend Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar becoming of him. Brock Lesnar is a free agent, all because of that. Brock Lesnar is get to do what Brock Lesnar want to do. Brock drops the microphone, wink, and walks away. And we get Roman Reigns and the Usos and Paul Heyman are backstage as Heyman, if Roman asks Heyman if he is good friends with Brock Lesnar. Roman asks Heyman if they are good friends. Heyman say he is his travel chief. Roman say if they are good friends, it means he looks out for him. And if he looks out for him, he looks out for his family. Roman asks Heyman if the Usos will be drafted to SmackDown. Heyman say if a Starrick, Ltrategey, Starrick, and they will be drafted to SmackDown on Raw. He tells Roman he is the wise man as Roman lived. Lord Roman tells Heyman he is the wise man. When he tells Heyman he is the wise man, Roman tells Heyman to follow the straight segment, straight, Strategey, story. He wants Heyman to go to Raw and he wants to make sure that the Usos are drafted to SmackDown. He asks Heyman if he understands, and Heyman say he does. Heyman thanks him and leaves the room. And Roman tells the Usos he wants them to go with Heyman and make it clear he wants them drafted to SmackDown, and if they aren't to leave Heyman for dead on Raw. Oh yeah, because they better look. Matter of fact, I think Naomi already been drafted to SmackDown. I just got through talking about that. So Roman Reigns saying, hey, I'm not here to be your good friend. I'm not even much. I'm only here to look out for myself. And I am not here to be looking out for you. So if the Usos don't get drafted back to SmackDown and you don't trade for the New Day to go back to Monday Night Raw with Big E, it is going to be a problem if they don't get drafted. Because New Day, WWE should be splitting up New Day because they should be get drafted back to Raw. And the Usos should be drafted on SmackDown where they're supposed to because WWE is just should not be breaking teams up. They should not be breaking teams. So this match, Bianca Belair versus uh Sasha Banks. Out comes Becky Lynch and she joined the commentary team. The bell rings and we are underway and shoulder tackle by Bianca knocking Sasha down. Bianca slamming Sasha into corner. She left Sasha up in a gorilla passing as she slammed Sasha down. Bianca ran towards Sasha, but Sasha slamming her into the turnbuckle. Sasha goes to slam Bianca, but Bianca knocks Sasha down to the outside. So we have back from commercial Sasha with their mortal of the top rope. She goes for the cover, but Bianca kicks out. Sasha runs towards Bianca, but Bianca catches her and slam her into the mat. She goes for the cover, but Sasha kicks out Bianca, throws Sasha around the ring. Bianca with a vessel suplex. Bianca with a move saw. She goes from the cover, but Sasha kicks out. Sasha with a right hand and she slammed Bianca into the corner. Sasha climbed the second rope and lands a DDT. Sasha goes for the curve, but Bianca kicks out. Sasha with a frog splash from the top rope. Sasha goes for the cover, but Bianca kicks out. She runs to the ropes, but Bianca catches her and slams her onto the mat. Sasha goes for the cover, but Sasha kicks on both of them on the ring apron as Bianca left Sasha up, but Sasha into the ring. She slides under Bianca, but Bianca jumps off the ring apron and bump into Becky. Becky slams Sasha into the barricade. Bianca throws Sasha back into the ring. Bianca gets in Becky's face. Bianca gets in the ring as Becky holds Bianca hair and Sasha rolls Bianca up and get the pin. Yeah, because look, Sasha Banks has been on for TV because the reason why though I was so pissed off that Sasha Banks she wasn't either much at her ass wasn't either much at SummerSlam at Las Vegas, and then because she probably was scared because Bianca Belair was gonna beat her ass again at SummerSlam and retain that title, but she wasn't nowhere to be found. And after Becky Lynch comes in the match, look, I told Queen about Bianca. I mean about Becky Lynch, and no, she ain't had no business getting into the WWE title picture match. And then like WWE probably done told management done told her you ain't going to Raw, you going to SmackDown. And then we even must look up and she beat her 27 seconds. Look, Bianca Belair uh had won by a DQ, not by a pinfall, not by a submission. But she didn't beat Becky Lynch because they know they both can't either much take that air, and Sasha Banks don't either much want Bianca Belair getting that WWE Championship back. And now Sasha Banks come back and get a roll up pin and from a distraction from Becky Lynch with her getting involved in the ring. Look, WWE, they really trying to book um Becky Lynch is a heel, and fans really ain't buying it because WWE they just continue to do stupid shit with her is a heel, and it really ain't either much working. It ain't either much, excuse me, capitalize of Becky Lynch being a heel. So we have Charlotte Flair gets in the ring and knocking down both Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. And tell me how's they gonna switch titles? And now you have Charlotte Flair. She's over there on Friday night SmackDown. Whoever the channel is, she drop it to Bianca Belair that who beat her win the Raw Women's Championship, and she is going to be tremendous well over there on Monday Night Raw and carry their women's division because that's like she did on Friday Night SmackDown for the past several months. And so we get Becky and Bianca Belair will continue on Raw with Sasha up against Charlotte on SmackDown. The division on Raw needs some like Bianca, and having Becky there is good too. It is. Now you got to get Seth Rollins. Now you got to get his ass over there with Edge so they can get through uh get through building up those storylines between these two. A good SmackDown, but nothing Mersul, Massive, Mersul's in turn of the draft, the enter of Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and Paul Heyman. The storyline was great. Okay, SmackDown was a good show, but WWE draft didn't um like um tag team split come with a split, splitting, with splitting up. Hmm. Okay, let's talk about the AEW Rampage. Hmm. Oh, I'm giving y'all time, so I'm just giving y'all some time. Oh yeah, because we had tonight AEW Rampage immediately from in the Blue Cross Arena in Rockstar, New York City. So on commentary, Taz was a hum hang suplex machine that Taz is caliber. So we get the American Dragon, Brian Danielson versus Nick Jackson of the Young Bucks with Mac Jackson and Brandon Cutler. Nick Jackson back pleaded away from Danielson at the start of the match. Jackson grabbed Danielson with a side headlock takedown. Nick flips out of the ring to avoid two kick from Bryan Danielson, but Danielson surprised him with a chop suicide. Bryan followed up with a shotgun drop kick. Danielson capper turn Nick leg and place him in a dragon sleep. Nick Gruding, Gouged, Gruding. Bryan eyes to escape. Jackson sent Bryan from a loop with a missile line. Bryan come back with a butterfly suplex into a cross arm breaker. Danielson dropped Nick Jackson back with a hard suplex, but Bryan working over Nick Jackson with a very painful hammerlock. Nick Jackson send Bryan from a loop with a move lion lantern. Bryan come back with a butterfly suplex into a cross arm breaker. Danielson drop Nick Jackson back with a hard suplex. Bryan working over Nick Jackson with a very painful hammerlock. Nick Jackson explode out of the corner, narrow, a border and changing Danielson, Matt Jackson, superior Bryan Danielson outside the ring. Nick crushes Danielson with a double axe hand onto Bryan. Nick Jackson smashed it Bryan face into net with a running bulldog. Nick Jackson, Bryan again kick Danielson but doesn't strangle in it out, learning into the contact. He just eat those around kicks, said Taz. Danielson surpassed at Nick Jackson and nailed him with a chop and kick combos. This is got some the this is battle listening to this kicks from Danielson, said Taz. Danielson got changed with two suplex kicks from Nick Jackson, tried for the 450 splash. Doesn't counter with the LaBelle lock, and Jackson touched the bottom rope to force the ref to break the hold. Nick Jackson really back with a ground suplex on the rope apron. Nick Jackson tries to punt kick Danielson, but Danielson ducks and they kick connected with color and said Bryan grabbed Nick with a Tigger suplex. Danielson lock in the cutter. Mutiliation Metro and force Nick Jackson to tap out. But very impressive victory of Daniel Bryan. Look, Daniel Bryan though, he is my boy. Because I remember he was in WWE, he accomplished everything with the WWE. He was working with the Wild family. He worked with Eric Rowan, is a heel. So he dropped the title at WrestleMania 35, and Kobe Kingston beat him. Look, Daniel Bryan, though, that's my man now. I have a lot of respect for Daniel Bryan, but AEW needs to make him a T-shirt and get him out of that street clothes. I mean, that's what they need to do. And then so either much that was a good match. I don't have anything else to say. And a AEW World Champion, Kenny Omega and Adam Page runs to the ring. The Jessica Express and Christian Cage come down to the ring, even up the odds from Danielson Omega retreated from the ring as those two factions began to brawl. So Jungle Boy locking Adam Cole into soreness, tapping Omega, charging back into the ring, and Danielson chasing, charging Omega in the label lock. Cole and Omega both tapped out. And that was the end. And Ashley and Ricky Starks had a special message from the machine, Brian Cage, and Starks said he would try other new Nariki that Cage was trying to put four strikes, said he never backed down from a fight, and that shit they absolutely true. Absolutely, Ricky Stark joining the commercial break team for the next match. CM Punk was backstage. He said it's time to get down to business, and he has a target on his back. I want the best people in AEW. Want what? I want them across the ring from me. Whoever decide to step up, just remember, nap time is always on the main side of Punk. I mean, it should be Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks should be the one that challenging CM Punk, and he should be the one that to the match. He should be the one that challenge CM Punk, whether it's MJF challenger CM Punk, because whether it can be somebody like either Anthony Gogo or Scorpio Dev, it can be one of those. Scorpio Sky, it can be one of them can challenge CM Punk. He is gonna need heels to work with, whether you get in the ring with Mac Jackson, Nick Jackson, Kenny Omega, Adam Page. And then you can either much get him in the ring with Morrow, and CM Punk can work with these guys, because WWE though don't either much want to work AEW don't want to work CM Punk to death in that ring and have him wear himself out in that match. So that's why they had him on AEW, so he can get over. So he can just get over in these booking matches. A three-way match with Jay Kroger with Smart Mark Studley versus the Nature Beast Nyla Rose with Vicky Guerrero versus Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa connect with a higher roundhouse kick to Nyla Rose, the beginning trading chop. Nyla Rose chanting Thunder Rosa, men fighting and slamming her down. Jay and Nyla had a Strugs fest. Jay blasted Nyla with a pump kick. The segment of the kick was impressive, say Taz. Thunder Rosa took down Jay with a shotgun drop kick. Jay Kroger brought a garbage bag can into the ring, but Thunder Rosa used it against Jay, driving into Jay. Face Jay smashing Nyla with a spine buster. Nyla hit back with a nasty neck break on Jay. Nyla grabbed a single leg crab on Jay, but Thunder Rosa run into Nyla with a quick kick. Nyla grabbed Thunder Rosa and was about to powerbomb her of the apron. Thunder Rose table. Thunder Rose forget back for Fort back and powerbomb the Navy Beast right through the table. Nyla Chase crashes through the table to the floor, said Excalibur. Smart Mark Stully head to steel chair to Jay and shotgun to disclaim Thunder Rosa with its weakening her repeat, Jay pinned the Thunder Rose after the cheers saw Jay Kroger remain undefeated. Look, I like Jay Kroger, but she has been undefeated. Every time I see her, you just don't. I don't think she does. You just don't have a threat. Now Thunder Rose. I mean, Jay Kroger getting put over is a heel. I just love this chocolate woman. I just love me Jay Kroger. That chocolate woman, because she has been undefeated. Look, Thunder Rosa though has put over Jay Kroger, but when she gets back up on her feet, she is gonna be the one that take that AEW World Heavyweight AEW Championship off of Britt Baker. Because those people who I just named, who ain't beating Britt Baker, it ain't going to be Jay Kroger. It ain't going to be Ruby Soho for another rematch. AEW ain't going to have her take another loss to Britt Baker. It ain't going to be Star. Star. It ain't going to be, I can't think of this other girl's name. It ain't going to be Jay Kroger, Nyla Rose. It ain't gonna be Stark. It ain't gonna be now. None of those girls gonna take that title off of Big Break. I think Thunder Rosa is the one gonna be uh Big Baker for the AEW championship. Time for our main event: hair versus hair match. Fresh Scrubs Orange Cassidy versus HFO. Jack Evans with Big Money Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy tries to direct Orange Cassidy for Evans could roll up OC for a near fall. Orange put his hands in his pocket and then uses a backslide for a near fall on Jack Evans. Orange Cassidy swing Jack Evans around by the ponytail. Matt Hardy pulls Orange out of the ring by the leg and circling him. Jack Evans nails Orange with a missile corkscrew, kicks and then follow up with a 450 splash. Orange Cassidy was fired up and Fowler's out of the ring at Matt Hardy and then at Jack Evans back in the ring. Owen tries for a crossbody, but Jack Evans has it scotted. Evans flipped through with a near light suplex. For a near fall, Evans hit a standing sky twist for a other near fall on Orange Cassidy. Jack attempted the sky twist, passed off the top rope, but Orange Cassidy rose out of the way. Cassidy spiked Evans with a DDT. Cassidy connected with a drive DDT for a near fall. But the Butcher, the Blade, the Butcher, and the Bunny walked down the ramp. Chuck Taylor, Will Yuck, and Chris Starling were there to back up Orange Cassidy. The Dark Order has come out and Farmer and Hammer well in front of the ring. Orange Cassidy pulpit Jack Evans with the Orange Cassidy punch and pinning Jack Evans, and Matt Hardy ordered the HFO to retreat. Orange Cassidy chopped off Jack Evans' hair and one got in the ring and celebrated with the best friends in the Dark Order. I mean, that was it. I mean, that was either much was it though, but AEW Rampage wasn't all that, but I was enjoying it, but around come next week, look, Monday Night Raw, I will be doing Monday Night Raw. every week now you got Bianca Bella over there, so I'll be watching Monday Night Raw much more, and I will be coming back doing covering Monday Night Raw on an iHeartRadio station podcast. So I'm letting you know that. Be back right here, and then AEW Dynamite. I don't cover AEW Dynamite, but I will be doing. Um, I don't know if I want to do AEW watching on. So we've been on this in a live stream for 39 minutes. So I'm getting off.